So, hello. It's Hallie, your host of My Sister's Closet podcast. And I know I'm all smiles right here. And I look happy, right? I look good. I look like I'm energized, ready to go. But this week, I'm tired again. And then you must be thinking, what is she doing that's so crazy? That she's always saying she's tired. And, well, honestly, being a mom of two kids is tiring. It's a full-time job on top of the job that I have. I'm looking into starting a side business, and I'm putting a app into the app store. I'm still working on my blog. I want to do some arts and crafts to see if I'm good at that or not. I started an Etsy store. There's a lot of things that I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, I'm tired. And I also want to go hiking and walking and exercise and Pilates. I want to do all those things. And I want to look cute in my clothes, all those things. And yeah, I'm tired. So just so that's out of the way, I have been, contemplating things lately. And when things, feelings that I'm having, experiences that I'm reliving in my mind, when those things come up for me and I find myself getting aggravated, I just let it hit. If it's coming up and I find myself, if feelings are coming up and I find myself feeling sad, I just let it hit. And I sit in it. And I think that is an important thing that I'm doing. And I think it's a part of emotional intelligence, being able to identify how you're feeling, experiencing it, and then letting it go. I think that's so important and a big part of a healing journey, and also just the journey of being a human. We're not going to be these emotionless creatures. We're going to have some wear and tear. And we're going to have, a few bumps in the road every now and again. That's just something that's going to happen. And I'm in a place right now that I feel really good, but also aware that it's very tenuous right now. I'm not saying anything that happens and I'll feel bad again, but I definitely understand that it's like I'm on a tightrope and it can go either way for me. And so I wanted to get into an episode, and I think it's really good that we kind of talk about it. And I want to talk about hesitation. And hesitation, well, what is that to you? What is hesitation to you? Not feeling ready to do something, not feeling ready to act out something. Yeah, I think we've all been there, to where it's not exactly procrastinating. It's the hesitation. It's the pause that you do before you go forward. It's the pause that you do before you make a big leap or a big jump into an experience or activity that you've never done before. Hesitating can be a good thing, and it can also be a negative thing. And I want us to kind of walk through that and some of the ways that hesitation can be bad for you. So, say you're unhappy with some things in your life, but it's comfortable, it's known. Even if it makes you unhappy, you still keep doing it. So it can be a job, it could be something that you're participating in, whether that be gossiping, whether that be the friendship group that you're in, or the golf, I'm just saying golf, I don't know, the activity that you might be doing, and it's not really leading you to any happiness, but it's something that so there might be something that needs to change, but you're hesitating. And that hesitation is totally normal, because we as humans, we crave what we already know. That's like our survival instinct. And sometimes we won't change until, that hesitation becomes so, that moment of pause becomes so long that you start to look around. You're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But how much time has passed from the beginning of your hesitation, thinking that you need to change, versus the wake up call that something has happened and that you feel like you really have to just go forward with whatever you're going to do, whether it be plan A or plan B. Those things are happening to you because you're hesitating. Maybe you feel not as comfortable. Maybe you feel unhappy. I can't put those feelings onto you. Only you can decide what those feelings are. But that is one of the reasons that we hesitate, is because we're afraid that if we change something, if we stop doing something that we've always done before, that we've done for a long time, what does that say about us? And what does that mean going forward if we don't do it perfectly? If we stop what we're doing and we try to change and we mess up, does that mean that you never should have done it? No, but that definitely leads to more hesitation, right? Sometimes you just have to do the damn thing. Stop putting it off, stop the hesitation, and just go, right? And I want to talk to you guys about that. It's so important. I've started to just go. And so I'm here and I'm saying that because I believe in that. And some of the reasons that you might pause or hesitate is to take stock. Is this a risky move on my part? Is this a wise move on my part? Is this a financially smart move for me? Those are good things to hesitate on. So I'm not saying just to rush into something and just quit your job and leave. I'm not saying that either. But I think that we put a lot of stock on what the world around us is saying, and so it makes us so nervous to change things. But honestly, this life is like a game. It's a simulation at this point. What things are you going to be able to do or look back on and say that you have done if you keep pressing pause? Life is going on around you, right? It's happening. It's going to pass you by if you're always on pause. But everyone else's game is on go. But also, I guess I want to talk about that people, sometimes their lives are just on autopilot. We don't even know that we're hesitating, that because we're doing that for so long, we're pausing for so long, our bodies, our lives are just going on. And we don't even realize that we're missing out on things until we've missed out on so much. Not saying that it's too late. It's never too late to do the thing that you want to do. And that can be as easy or as simple as going on a trip by yourself, going on a walk, going to the gym, going to that restaurant alone that you always wanted to go to, but no one's available to go. It's important to be able to do those things. It's important to be able to make ourselves uncomfortable, to hesitate and then jump. Because that's the exciting part, right? I remember I've been to a lot of like lake areas. Maybe some people know about Limestone or whatever. Some areas that people, you climb up and then you jump off and you jump, and there's that moment in the air where it's just you and the world around you. And you're thinking, oh shit, what did I do? Oh my God. But it's too late. You're already in the free fall. You're already going. There's nothing but you, the world, and your God, right? And you have to decide in that moment, how are you going to land? Are you going to go down with your nose closed? How are you going to do it? Are you excited? Are you fearful? And honestly, at that point, it doesn't matter because you're already going. You might as well keep going and land or drop in that water with a big splash. Make a splash. It's okay. Make some ripples. Make a wave. I don't think that is a bad thing. And of course, don't put yourself in a hold where, you can't feed yourself, but have fun. Enjoy life. And I think that this year, that's kind of what I'm doing. I am enjoying it. I am starting new things that I never thought I'd be able to do. I just put stuff on my Etsy store What? What? Little Hallie, who only knows how to do abstract art, put her art up on Etsy? Yeah, I did. I did that. Oh my gosh, Hallie, who doesn't know anything about computers but figured it out and put an app on the interweb and now is going to be putting it into the App Store. Yeah, I'm doing that. And I feel good about it. I don't need other people to tell me, wow, look, such a good job. And I mean, I love praise, but I'm doing it because for me, I feel great about that. I feel great that I'm doing something with my time. I'm creating something I can show my kids, I can show my family, I can show the stranger on the street. Look at this. Look what I did. And I feel good about it. And I know that I'm going to be able to help people with it. And I feel great about that. And so, hesitation for me, I hesitated for years. For years and years. I hesitated on building things because I didn't think that I was equipped. And of course, excuse me, guys. Of course, it's hard. It's kind of terrifying. Even put yourself out there. Because what are y'all going to say? Y'all could be really shitty and be really mean about it. But I still did it, you know? I still wrote my children's book. Y'all can hate it. Y'all can not buy it. But I did it. And I feel great about that. Because at the end of my life, I can say that's the things that I did. And I'm proud of myself. I am, like I said, tired. And I'm nervous that I might mess up. I'm nervous that I might fail. But I'm prepared that if I do, I'm right here and I'll get back up. I think that putting yourself out there, pressing start or go after the pause is exhilarating for me. And like I said, it's terrifying. But it's so incredibly important that we as humans push forward, even in small ways. Or it might feel small to you, but when you look back and it started there, you can look back and say, it started when I pressed go. My beginning of my changing started when I turned around and faced myself in the mirror. And I saw myself. Truly, I saw myself. The girl who I was when I was young and a child, the preteen me, the teenager me, the college student me, the newly in the workforce me. And they're all different versions of myself that I chose to take a leap. And honestly, I always find myself in situations like this, that things could very well change very quickly, or they could not. And they could change, internally. The change could be internal. And I hope that it is. I've shared with you all about, my mental health, and it varies at times, but right now I'm good. And I know that times it can change. And so I do want to be very clear that I understand that some people are hesitating because they have no will to change things. And that their mental health gets in the way of that they can't see a way out. They can't see a way to change. And that they just can't see why they would even try to change. What's the use, right? And I want to say to those people who are dealing with those mental health problems, you're not alone. I've been there. I might be there again one day. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I do want to say that there is a light. I don't want to make light, for lack of better words. I don't want to be making light of this topic. I do understand that sometimes we come into seasons of our lives where we are stuck and we can't find a way out. And sometimes we need people to pull us up, to lift us up. And I'm here for you if you need that. I really want to encourage you to dig deep, start writing, really start meditating on the things in your life that is pulling you down. Name it, address it, deal with it, accept it. You know, I do, when I get super low, I do write it down. I see what I'm struggling with, maybe what happened, about why, like when I started realizing I was struggling, and I accept it. I think that's the big part of, is like accepting that right now, this is the way that I'm seeing things. This is the way that I'm perceiving my life. This is the way that the fog has affected me. Because it does. It does. Mental health, trauma, things that we go through, it does affect the way that we perceive things. It does affect the way that we understand and choose to live our lives. And there are so many people out there who are there in the fog. And if I'm speaking to you right now, and that's you, and you are in the fog, there are things that you can be doing. And I promote it, y'all. I promote healthy eating, getting your exercise, and getting your sleep in. There are a certain amount of times in the day that I'm like, oh my God, and I'm dragging. And that's because I know I just haven't had water, y'all. Just drink some water. Some goddamn water. Oh my God. Some of y'all just walking around dehydrated, wondering why y'all feel so weak. And I'm not saying it's that simple, but for some people, when your like systems in your body are out of whack, that means your mental as well is out of whack, and that is incredibly a disservice to yourself. So make sure you're doing what you need to be doing, so that when you find yourself pausing, you can identify why. Is this a positive reason for me to be pausing and hesitating? Is there a reason right now? Am I just afraid? Am I nervous about what other people will say? Am I nervous that I'm going to fail? Because I've been there. I've done that too. And it did keep me down, but not forever. And so I'm here again. Honestly, there's some exciting things in the works. I'm thrilled with the way that I've been able to handle a few things. And there are still things that I'm still pausing on. So I'm not going to say that I'm perfect in it. But that's why I wanted to talk about it. Because I was in the car and I realized I've been hesitating about some things. I haven't been fully honest with some people. I haven't been fully honest with myself on what I want my life to look like. Because to be realistic, getting to where I want to be might be really difficult. And it might be crazy looking while I'm getting there. And am I willing to do it? Am I willing to work hard and possibly fail? I hope so. I hope I am. It makes me really nervous. And so I understand that you're not alone. But getting a clear mind is so incredibly important. And so I just want to go over the things that I've talked about and then kind of end here. We talked about hesitation today, guys. There are a lot of reasons that people hesitate. Some are negative and some are positive. And I just want you to evaluate your life if you start feeling uncomfortable with things, about why aren't you making that change? Why aren't you putting yourself out there and trying new things? What's keeping you from living your best life? I can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that for yourself. I've already told you why I am not always clear, you know? But I'm working at it every day because I understand that there are foundations to my life, and that I know it sounds like I'm not talking about anything that has to do with anything, guys, but it is important if you're understanding what I'm saying. Sometimes after the hesitation, something wonderful might happen. Give yourself the chance to see that, okay? Anyway, that's Hallie's time. I'm done. So, everybody have a great afternoon. Love and light and light and love.